just in, more evidence about evolution, natural selection, and taxonomy. But before we get to these new topics, we must learn about these other terms. Evolution is a change in species over time. Evolution usually takes a very long time. There are many types of evolution, such as gradualism, which is where so much time is being used that it leads to species formation. Another one is punctuated equilibrium. It is where a species evolves so rapidly there is little change to the species. Now to Chris, our reporter about fossils.
Thanks, Jessica. Fossils are very helpful. They preserve evidence of animals and plants long before the human race ever even came around. Another way we can see evolution has occurred is biogeography. This means patterns in the diversity and distribution can be seen. Homologous structures are structures that share a common ancestor and may have the same anatomical structure but may have adapted in ways that enable the organism to survive in different environments. An example would be a dog and a human, and the placement of the structures is very similar to each other. Molecular homologous is where DNA is in the similar genetic code, meaning the animals are then similar to each other in some way because the DNA is the same. Development homologous is where embryology is included. Back to you, Jessica.
Thanks, Chris. Natural selection is the best of the best for only some. A more specific definition is where an organism that has a better trait in the gene will survive than another organism without this good trait. We recently talked to the creator of this theory, Charles Darwin. He said that he created this idea after going to Galapagos Island and doing research and studying. He then went on to say that he is now writing a book called The Origin of Species. Now to Chris.
This just in. Diversity is many things. It means different, unique. Being adapted to your surroundings is also important. Some examples would be storage adaptations. There's where an organism can store things like water, food, and even fat. Another example is protection. This is where an organism has an extra protection, like a turtle or an armadillo. The last one is mimicry. And this is where organisms can look like another organism that is dangerous, like a king snake and a coral snake. One is venomous and the other is not, but the animals can't tell, so they can avoid both. Diversity in the biosphere is a good thing. If the Earth had only one type of human, we would not evolve or change.
This is a classification chart, and the first is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and species. The first in the kingdom is Animalia. This includes all the animals. The next phylum is Chordata. And class is Mammalia. Order is Carnivoria. And then it separates into three families: Felidae, Canidae, and Ursidae. After then, they are separated into genus: Felis, Panthera, Canis, and Eurus. These then go on to species. Felis is under Catus, and Panthera goes to Pardus, and Canis has Familiaris and Lupus. Ursus has Arctos and Horribilis.